keep you guys company while he's coming up with his intro. He said it was really good. So I think he's ready right now. So I'm going to go get him. And I'll be back soon. Hopefully with the Jets draft Trevor Lawrence mask man, we'll be back.
Good luck, my friend.
Jack, your mic is kind of quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what. Okay, I think.
Hello, everybody in Frontline Football. I have one question for all of you. Do you like football?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Do you like the playoffs, especially the wild card games?
Yeah.
I've never seen a playoff game for the Jets. But I like them.
Do you like seeing Mahomes' big arm, Zeke's speed, and Julio Jones catching the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah! Except I don't think any of them will be wild card teams.
The NFL wild card game on the newest station to get a wild card game. CBS has just gave one of their wild card games to an upcoming network that has had many amazing shows. They are Academy Award winners. They have won almost everything. They are amazing at what they do. They are new and up and comers. They are Nickelodeon, the same network that produced SpongeBob, the Fairly Odd Parents, and the Danny Phantom himself will be shooting one of the wild card games to appeal to a younger audience. And this will be an amazing game. We will have slime. We will have googly eyes. We will have Nickelodeon characters in this game. So if you like seeing real football, come watch some Nickelodeon with the NFL wild card.
All right, what are our thoughts on this?
News, rumors, updates, and highlights over all the NFL season. Like you heard today, that will be our first story. So let's get it right down to Jack.
All
story.
right. I'm doing stories or takes?
Well, you're first going to announce the stories.
Okay, here we go. So first off, Nickelodeon gets the wild card games for whatever reason. We're not going to question it. Trevor Lawrence said he'd go to any team. That means any team. Riddick is interviewing for positions for the Lions and the Texans as their next GM. And as always, we have a massive injury update this week. So let's get right into the news. Starting off with Nickelodeon hosting the first wildcard game. And I'm going to hand this one off to Zach. What's your take on Nickelodeon's rise to football fame, I guess?
I haven't even watched Nickelodeon since I was like really young. So this is going to be weird going back if the Cardinals, especially if they're playing on it. They're going to have to play some like team that's very family friendly. Like they're not going to be able to play like, say the Saints are there and it's against the Vikings. No. You can't do that. You really can't because those teams have a rivalry. And what will happen during injuries and what will happen during also what will happen if there's a fight? I don't know. And also my pencil just flew, but I don't really care. So yeah. Jack, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I don't know how this is going to impact my football watching experience personally, but I'm curious to see what the layouts look like. And Nickelodeon, SpongeBob, like Josh said, Josh hit it out of the park with his intro. I got nothing else to say about it. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Well, I was looking at some articles about this, and what I've really got from it is they're trying to get a younger audience with this game by going on to Nickelodeon. Just one thing that is really confusing with this is you're trying to go to an audience that, now I totally get why you're doing this, so that you can have these fans while they're young attached to a team. They buy the merchandise, or their parents buy the merchandise, and they enjoy football for the rest of their life. I get what you're trying to do, NFL, but you also got to think about alienating your other fan base. Now, this would be an amazing idea if Nickelodeon and CBS, the person who was supposed to be getting this game, which gave it to Nickelodeon, would also be filming it too with their own commentary team on it. because this is an amazing thing. But the whole thing with this is you're having actual NFL fans watch their team in the playoffs on Nickelodeon. This doesn't really add up for them. I can get where it's coming from, but also the question is, how long will a child actually sit down to watch a football game and be totally in it? Because I remember when I was first watching the Texans games, I'd go out like first quarter, like after that was done, because that's the thing. Children do not have brains that can focus on something for a while. So what would probably been a better idea for you if you want to get that audience? Do what you did last time with NFL Rush Zone. That worked really well if you would have kept the series going. Or do a show about the NFL that gives you a condensed highlights version to appeal to this younger audience that you are trying to strive to get.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Jack. What's going on with Trevor Lawrence?
I have some amazing news for Mask Man, me, and my dad, the 3 Jets fans left in the world. Trevor Lawrence said he would go to any team. He'd be willing to go to any team that drafts him. And guess what? The Jets are a team. So this is great news. I'm going to open us out here. So first off, all we need to do now is lose out, and we have the Rams and the Browns. It's like, oh, easy to lose out. But then we have Patriots, so we need to make sure they don't ruin the party. So if you're a Jets fan, you just hope that they bench Sam Darnold, Joe Flacco, and they send out like the kicker or something to be a QB, so Belichick doesn't spoil the party here. Plus, Trevor Lawrence is like Jets fans' only hope right now, and it seems New York's pretty cool if we can not do something dumb. Like, for once, let's hire a good head coach, and let's sign offensive players to help our young franchise QB and not let them leave. What are your thoughts, Josh?
I think that Trevor Lawrence is opening this up for many different teams to try to take him. Whoever has the number 1 pick in this year's draft, either the Jaguars or the Jets, whichever one loses more games to get this franchise star. I just think that this is a really good idea and that Mask Man would be really happy if he was here, but unfortunately, he is somewhere else. He's probably watching Mark Sanchez highlights. He likes to do that a lot. So,
can we have a guest on a show?
I don't think so, because either he's here or I'm here, because we're pretty good buds and we have this whole thing where we can't be in the same room together.
So, because you guys are the same person.
No, we're not the same person. That's one thing. Mask Man, a whole different person now. But we're not talking about Mask Man here. We are talking about the New York Jets. So with this is a great move, but they're going to need to make sure that they have a coach. I'm suggesting Eric Bieniemy to help Sam for first off, for Sam Darnold to teach Trevor Lawrence how NFL quarterbacking goes, give him that veteran talent who's already done this.
You mean Joe Flacco?
Well, they should probably cut Joe Flacco and keep Darnold.
No, they should cut Darnold and keep Flacco.
Well, with Joe Flacco on the team, he could help Lawrence become that better player that he potentially can be. And they need to make sure to invest in offensive pieces. Zach, your thoughts?
I'm not saying anything because you guys have basically covered everything. And injury update's going to be huge. So, yeah. All right. What's going on? Well, it's a good for Trevor Lawrence. He gets to go to a horrible team, but he was already projected to go to a horrible team. But all right. What's going on with a GM, Josh?
According to Adam Schefter, the ESPN analyst Louis Riddick has interviewed with the Houston Texans today and will be interviewing with the Detroit Lions on Friday. This is a big move for both teams in a search for a new GM and a new head coach, but this is to fill the GM position right now. So let's hand it off to Zach for his take on this.
That's good that both the Lions and Texans are going for a GM, and who knows? This actually might be a good GM. It might not be a good GM. I don't really know. He only works for ESPN. We don't know yet. So hopefully this works out for either team. Hopefully they get them. Yeah. Jack, what about you?
I think this is good because I'm gonna do some major Texans praising in this take. So first off, the Texans and the Lions are the only two teams that I believe don't have GMs. Now, would you rather go work with Watson or would you rather go in Detroit? I'm pretty sure most people would pick Watson, which is good news. Plus, Watson's a very, very good young QB talent, meaning that Texans could have the cream of the crop when it comes to coaches, talent, receivers, etc., and free agency and draft markets alike. Meaning that overall, the Texans could have a bright future and Watson could be the hero and the franchise QB that he's going to become.
Okay. All right. Josh?
So, I did not get to say my take, but I think that this could work out well for both teams. For the Texans, I think that as many people might say, the Texans are washed and everything, but I believe it differently. I believe that the Texans are only a couple moves away from winning the Super Bowl. Because here's the thing. You have a generational quarterback talent in Deshaun Watson. Not many of these come around every single year. And once you put the pieces around him, which is the pieces that you already have been building around him, there was a step back with Hopkins, but here's the thing. Once you build around this guy, he will lead your team to the Super Bowl and probably win it. So once you get a good GM here and a good head coach, you'll have a Super Bowl winning team. Now the Lions, they are a bit more of a project than the Texans would be, but you can still see the promise there. Matthew Stafford still has some years left. So if you draft a quarterback in right now and get Matthew Stafford to take that quarterback under his wing and teach him the NFL system that he will be going into, you're probably going to maybe have a playoff team in a couple of years in Detroit. And who knows, we may be talking about a Super Bowl win for the Lions. Probably not, but these things can happen. You just need a good GM in there to steady the ship and a good head coach to use these players correctly. So the GM is the first thing that is great to have for any team.
All right. Are you done?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. For injury update, we have, speaking of the Lions, we have Matthew Stafford, Matthew Stafford with a rib injury, Chase Edmonds, I don't really know, I didn't have time to look it up, Alex Smith with a calf injury, Fred Warner with a stinger, Raheem Mostert with an ankle, David Arnett, we don't know, Austin Eckler, quad injury, Calvin Ridley, foot injury. Michael Thomas, ankle injury. Ronald Jones, finger injury. Marcus Hollywood Brown has COVID, and that counts as an injury for us. Geno Atkins has a shoulder injury. Zeke has a calf injury. Darius Slay has a concussion. Justin Reed has a hand injury. Robert Woods has a thigh injury. Calais Campbell has a calf injury, and Marcus Peters has a quad injury. That is a lot of injury. And which one are the big ones? Jack?
All right, first off, Stafford, I love you, man. You're one of my favorite QBs in the league, but I don't see you guys making the playoffs anyway, with or without you at this point. Ronald Jones means Leonard Fournette fantasy owners. Robert Woods, that's big for Jared Goff, but they'll probably still beat the Jets. Calais Campbell and Marcus Peters. Never know. A Minshew Mania upset. Please. Pretty please. Who's some other people on this list? See.
Michael Thomas.
Oh, yeah, Michael Thomas. I need him to be in
Master?
because of my Saints take. And Fred Warner. That sucked for 49ers, but I didn't see them making the playoffs with or without him as well. So, what are your thoughts, Josh?
I think that these are all terrible injuries and COVID positive tests. Tap into these teams because some of them were, contending for playoffs. And especially with that Marquise Hollywood Brown injury or COVID testing, that's really going to hurt the Ravens because that is their number one option. And he is one of the best young stars in the league. And also with that Lions guy who was playing on what was it, like a torn throat or something?
Yeah, he like sprained his throat.
That's the strangest thing that I've ever heard in the NFL. So, yeah, hopefully all those players recover and have a great recovery process.
Some big ones: Hollywood Brown having COVID. Calvin Ridley, Michael Thomas, Matthew Stafford, Chase Edmonds. I think he's a big one because he actually does form a great running back duo with Kenyon Drake. What else? Alex Smith, that's a bad one. Clayus Campbell, if I didn't mention him yet. Fred Warner, there's a lot, and all these are really bad injuries or COVID positive test that this could actually go down as the most injured season yet.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh god, that was the worst. All right. Okay, well, I'm done with my take, so Josh, get your can. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just go over here. If you like what you saw, don't forget to... what should I use this time? A pencil sharpener. Gotta stay sharp. So, you can tell this that we've done it in one take, but let's see, what else can I throw in it? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, punch that like button, hit that notification bell, because when you hit that notification bell, you become part of the Frontline Football fan base. And the Frontline Football fan base, according to us, are the best football fans and best people in the world, because you are subscribed and have notifications turned on for us. And if you like what you saw here, share the video. Your friends would probably love to see what shenanigans we pull on this channel. And they probably love to see Mask Man, wherever he is. So just don't forget to like, comment if you want, subscribe, and hit that notification bell and share it with your friends. Jack, plugs?
Follow the socials for polls purposes. Also, if you follow every single social media account of Frontline Football, you'll get everything on your Christmas list, and that's a promise. So we'll see you guys back here, same place, same time, and enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah.
Have a good break.
See you guys next week.